hello. Hey, everybody. Let me make sure you guys are you can see me. Hopefully you can. Amazing. It is Tuesday, September 24th. We have next Wednesday. We have 6 days. I had to count. We have 6 days until the end of the month. I am in the process of trying to finish in my TBR. This is a part 2 video. In case any of you guys didn't know, my name is Melanie. On this channel here, I just read books and I just record my thoughts, my opinions. And I want this to be a place where we can actually share our opinions about books and there's no hate towards it. I will never bash a book on this channel. I can't. I will never bash an author on this channel. I don't have it in me. But what I would like to do on this channel is create a space where we can actually just share different books that are popular, maybe give opinions and thoughts. But in this case, that is the goal of this point. Right now, we are on part 2 of this, of trying to finish my TBR for September. I started late, which means as of last week, Friday, I had but 3 books read for the entire month. That's a little alarming. That was like not even the 20th. It was about the 20th of the month. I was a little paranoid, but I said, you know what? I have a little over a week to get as much reading done, and I can get it done because I know that I read pretty fast. I just was in a mental slump. I don't even want to say I was in a book slump because I didn't think, it's not like I didn't want to read. I just didn't have the desire to just turn pages. I just wanted to just mindlessly watch TV. Blessing and a curse with all of that. But as of right now, I'm going to tell you what I'm reading. Currently on audiobook, I am reading The Perfect Marriage. I've been reading it on my ride to work in the morning. I have a good commute, so I got a good ways into it. It's good. Right now, it's really good. I'm intrigued. I am interested. I'm invested. To kind of give you a gist of this book, I'm telling you what's on the back. I'm not giving you any spoilers. But the point of this book is there's the female character named Sarah. Her husband is named Adam. And it's perfect crossed out. So it's not perfect. Adam cheats on Sarah. And when Adam cheats on Sarah, the girl he cheats on with ends up dead. And guess who is his lawyer? His beautiful wife, Sarah. So Sarah is now defending her husband, who is a murder suspect he's in a murder, oh gosh, where it is? Oh, my brain. He is in a murder investigation for the girl he's sleeping with. Listen, the girl has some willpower for this. She has some willpower. That's what I'm doing with The Perfect Marriage. When I go to the gym today, I will be listening to this book on audiobook, but I don't think I'll be physically reading it. Have I book for a reason? This is my physical read for the time. Keeping 13. Read Binding 13, gave it 4 stars, really enjoyed it. This one here, I didn't get to read as much, meaning like my stopping point with this book from the beginning of the month was like a good point. She hasn't started coming back to school. If you've read this book, you know. It's really hard to give a synopsis on this book because you need if you say what's happening in this book or any synopsis, it literally spoils the whole book. But this just follows Joey Kavanaugh and what's her name again? What's her name? Shannon. Both of them, they're teenagers, right? They're teenagers. This is placed in Ireland, I'm pretty sure. And they both have troubled pasts. They both have things they're going through. One has good parents, one does not have good parents. And you kind of just watch them kind of go through that. That's what I'm doing it right now. That's the most I can tell you without really spoiling it for you. So that's the plan for today. Really, is to just read a little. I'm not reading a lot today, and I already know that off the bat, and that is because I'm trying to edit the video that would already be up by now, but part 1 to this, when I read 3 other books off my September TBR. But I will get a lot of reading done. I actually believe that I can finish the majority of my TBR now that I just got 2 extra days of work, or 2 extra days off of work today. Hurricane Helene is coming, and my district has said that we should not be at school Thursday and Friday. So guess what I'm going to be doing Thursday and Friday? I'm going to be opening up in a book, and I'm going to be reading. So that'll be really cool because I'll get to get through a lot more of my books on my TBR. Maybe even do a 24-hour readathon because I wasn't planned, and I don't have the time to actually just sit there and read for 24 hours. So I think I might do that. But the goal today, edit some videos, then also get a little bit into my reading done. Just read enough, but not overkill. I'm not gonna just sit for a couple hours and read because I got stuff to do. But other than that, I'll give you a checkup at the end of the night to show you where I've gotten, how far I'm at, or where I'm at right now. I think I'm at the 100-page mark, right? Yeah, about the 100-page mark in The Perfect Marriage. And I might be at 200-page mark in this book, which it's not even halfway. Do I think I'll reach halfway before tomorrow? Heck no, definitely not. I don't think I'll be halfway. I don't think I'm gonna get far in this one. I might get an extra 100 pages. Just depends on how fast this editing goes today. That really depends. But anyways, give you a checkup in a little bit, maybe before I go to bed, on where I'm at. So anyway, bye. All right, we have an update. I think I might give you all a little bit of a different view. So let me turn y'all around. Okay, so I went to the gym. I'm just now back. And I am halfway through this book. A lot further than I thought. Between the gym, I got about an hour and a half of some reading done at like 2 times speed. I don't know. This is so good. Like, when I tell you this is really good, this is really good. And I'm halfway through and I'm intrigued. I don't think there's a moment in this book where I would say any part was slow. The worst part was being at the gym and going, when new news starts coming up about this case, and like because you're watching this case progress. You're watching who's guilty, who's not guilty, and I'm obsessed. I'm even more obsessed. This is so good. This is so good. It's crazy to think that a book like this to me could be like a 5-star potential. And the reason why I say that is because I've never been intrigued, want to know what's happening, never feel like a lag. And I've been tagging the spice in this book. The spice is not bad. And this is what I mean by that for those, give you some context. I don't like books with a lot of spice. I don't like books with a lot of description of spice. So I tend to skip over it. My ratings for books goes down when there is spice. And that is and that's just honestly. That's when with me. That's why some people might rate certain books very high. Like one of the books I recently read, like Archer's Voice, was rated really high. But to me, the spice made it a lot lower rating of the book. This, I'm halfway through it and I got 2 scenes. But these scenes are like a quarter of a page. Like we're talking like a paragraph, skip it, you're done. And I'm good. I like it. I like the pacing of the book. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But I think this might be where I'm gonna have to end for today. And the reason why is because I have that video I gotta edit, which is kind of sad a little bit because I would like to sit and read, but I also need to discipline myself and actually edit the videos, because if I don't edit the videos, then I'll just have all this stuff on my phone and not do anything about it. So I'm loving it. I'm so loving it. This book's gonna be done by tomorrow. I think it'll be done by tomorrow. So I'll tell you how I feel about this book in the very end, meaning after tomorrow, because I'll be reading some on the way to work. And then most likely I'll finish it tomorrow when I go to the gym, and that'll be real good. I love it. I'm excited. But that is it for tonight. I am going to be reading a little bit of Binding 13, but I'm going to be honest. It's not enough for me to say, oh, let me give you a catch up on it. I'll just read enough so my brain falls asleep and my brain rests. But the plan for tonight is to just edit some videos, and that'll be it. So I'm excited to finish this book tomorrow. Self-containing myself. Also excited that I don't have work Thursday and Friday. So I'm prepping what my week's gonna look like. So I'm excited for it. We're all good. But anyway, good night, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I did not expect to do this, but I've been listening to this audiobook, The Perfect Marriage, as you guys know from last night. I'm at an oh shoot moment. This is good. It is so good. It's like
they're pointing the fingers at everyone. And at this point, I don't know who committed the murder. I don't know. I think I'm about 75% through this book. And who I thought it was at the beginning is not. And now it's switching. And now I'm moving back. It's like I'm having whiplash. And now I got to go into work. Today's a half day, so I don't got to focus for long. I wish I brought my book with me, but I can listen to it because I brought headphones today. So that'll be nice. But anyway, I'll check back in when I finish this book because it'll be done probably today. All right, I just finished The Perfect Marriage. It is so good. I forgot to say good morning. Oh my gosh. Good morning, guys. I just finished The Perfect Marriage. It's amazing. I loved it. I loved every ounce of it. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. And the whole time I'm thinking, oh, it's this person. Oh, it's this person. Oh, it's this person. I am shook. The one thing I will tell you is if you're reading this book, do not accidentally read the end. Some people do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. You need to go on that journey. This is a 5-star book. It is definitely a 5-star book. I'm glad I read it. I'm so glad. All right. I need to give you guys an update on where I am reading wise. So the plan was to read a lot this weekend because I did get Thursday and Friday off. So I kind of had a 4-day weekend, which is great. But I'm not gonna lie, I did not read as much as I thought I did. Meaning, I watched TV all day Friday. It is Saturday right now, the 28th, correct me if I'm wrong? Yeah, the 28th. So let's just update with where I am reading wise. So the last time I made a check-in, I finished The Perfect Marriage. The Perfect Marriage, 5 out of 5 book. The one thing I'm realizing with myself when it comes to rating books is it is easier for me to rate a book outside my genre a higher rating than a romance book. And I say that because The Perfect Marriage is definitely a mystery. I don't even want to say it's a thriller because I don't really know much about thrillers to be oh, this is a thriller. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I loved being on the edge of my seat. I love not knowing what's gonna happen at the end of the book. And it surprised me. And I gave it 5 stars. So that's the one thing I really enjoyed about it. And I would recommend other people. And 5 stars. Note that it's been a while since I've had a 5-star book. Let me look back to see what my last 5-star was. And I think my last 5-star book was by Katie Bailey. That I don't have a physical copy of that book, but I read it on Kindle. But that was 2 months ago. So I haven't really had an amazing book. They're adequate, they're pretty good. Had some 4-star books this time as well. But I read What You Wish For by Catherine Center. So I read, I'm trying to get it in my hand. So I read What You Wish For. It was amazing. This was good. 4.5 stars, 4 stars, a high 4. It's not a 5-star. And the only reason why I'm saying it's not a 5-star is because I've read it. I can't compare it to some of my other 5 stars of this year. So that's why it might be, but this is the second book by Catherine Centers that I really enjoyed. The first book I read by her was called The Bodyguard, and it was all right, but it wasn't great. But this month I read 2 books by her, and those were amazing. I loved the depth of the themes. And what I mean by that is everything has meaning to it. There's always a lesson to learn. So in What You Wish For, it was you don't have to run from your past, and your past can be your strength, but also you can't live your life in fear. That's what You Wish For stemmed from. The Hello Stranger, I'm trying to think. Hello Stranger followed also a theme, it follows a theme of looks can be deceiving, but it's a romance book. And it's amazing in the sense if it talks about illnesses, and I've realized it might be a trend in some of her books. In The Bodyguard, I did not get that. I'm trying to remember. I think Bodyguard was more I don't want to say girl boss, but it really was. But Hello Stranger and What You Wish For talked about one of the female lead in What You Wish For had epilepsy, and the female lead in Hello Stranger had an illness where it's it can be a, what's the illness? I'm gonna look. It's a long worded illness. I'll put the word of it up at the top. But second story is that
based off of like a trauma response. The girl had like a horrible something wrong with her brain. She had to have brain surgery, and because of that, she ended up losing, not being able to see people's faces in reality. And she would remember voices from her past, but faces never made sense. And it talked about that as she was struggling, that healing power of it. But yes, I was taught. The point that I'm trying to make is that when it comes to like rating books, I realize when I move outside my genre, I tend to rate books higher. And it sucks because it's always comfortable to read romance. And don't get me wrong, I love a good romance book, but also when an author is able to have a great plot, also able to teach you a lesson, also having very like wholesome content, and I say that meaning my ratings for books drops whenever it has like heavy language or like very vulgar, like it drops. And it's just personally how I rate books. Not everybody rates it like that, but that's just me personally. There are certain books that I've read that I've rated them like 2-3 stars, mostly because maybe the plot had a story, but it was just so vulgar, like I would never recommend it to somebody else to read. So that's what I mean when it comes to ratings. But what I've started recently is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is long awaited. I've been trying to read this book since like May, I think I bought it. And right now, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. I hope that I don't end up answering the mystery. I feel like that is going to determine if this is like a really good book for me. So I just started it. I'm probably like almost 100 pages in. So I'm still cleaning. I feel like every time I'm recording this video, I'm cleaning something, but that's just the daily life of me. But in this case, I'm getting some house chores done while I'm reading this on audiobook. I think this weekend, if I want to get to multitask, I have to do both. So yes, I'm enjoying it. I'll keep you updated with how I feel about this book in a little bit.
All right, so I just finished this book, Good Girl's Guide to Murder. That's the one thing that I just missed. I just finished up. I was supposed to give up on this, but that did not happen. But I've been listening to it on audiobook. I don't know how I feel about it. Meaning, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. Part of me was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rate it a 4. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't like The Perfect Marriage, which I think that is a real reason why the rating is probably a lot lower, is because I'm trying to compare it to a different book. But what's a little confusing about it really is the fact that I assumed the mystery was like throughout the book, if that makes sense. I don't know why that's like throwing me off, but like I just assumed that when I was thinking about this mystery, like it wasn't gonna end by book 1. Because I had to look up the summary for book 3. Well, not the summary, but like the synopsis of it. And it was just saying that it's a different story, different mystery that she has to solve. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It might be a 3. I think I might rate it as 3, but you'll find out real soon when I do my September wrap up. But yeah, it was all right. It was okay. That's all I got to say with it. So I think I might have another book read by tomorrow, and then we'll just end it there. But yes, it's about to be nighttime. I might do a little bit of some reading, and then after that will be it. But good night. I'm ending this video right here. Thank you for watching this. I did read a lot of my TBR, which is great. I think I read 75% of it right now, which is pretty good. You'll know about it a little soon, because end of the month, tomorrow is the last day. Weekend's done, work starts, we're good. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.